anything where we were, so what difference does it make where we sit? I mentioned earlier I kicked up 2 deer way off from where I'm at here, but, you know, those 2 deer could be on the move. Gray bear's on one side of this finger. I'm on the other side. See if anything tries to squeak in between us. Alright. Didn't see anything. Didn't see anything.
You saw 2?
Ah, well, some
More
butts.
deer than
2 butts and tails.
butts and tails. Be a fine meal.
Butts and tails?
Sure.
Tracks and poop?
No. Track poop stew.
Yeah. Track poop. Tail stew. Track poop tail stew. Yeah, there we go. Hello, everybody! Welcome to the Nomad Outdoor Show!
Should have one of those.
Yeah. Trying to put a little enthusiasm into our show here. We're getting towards the end of our hunt, and the old gray bear has been at it very, very hard. I mean, hard like hunting. Since November. That's like November 13th. I was looking, I think.
Yeah.
And it's been some hard times. Not gonna lie. That's why you watch our show. You watch our show because
We suffer.
it is. You want to see yourself suffering like everybody else suffering. So
Yes. Suffer through us.
we have a few ideas. See if they pan out. But we have abandoned. Gave up the ship. Gave up the ghost. Left our hunting stands all lonely in the woods, all by themselves with their little trail cameras, keeping an eye on things. And we haven't seen nothing. We hunted, 6 straight days and not a single thing. Not a deer.
Yeah, they're like we said. I don't know if they bumped out permanently or they're just bumped out for the time being because of so much activity in the moon. And there's this excuse and that excuse, and you know what you're saying. You're saying, well, if you guys would just walk more than 5 feet,
Oh yeah.
you'd be all set.
Yeah, we do grand.
We've walked and found many a tree stand. We did hear from one of our listeners, Melinda Windernut. She told us to drink your own urine. It's actually aphrodisiac. So,
Nice.
Thank you, ma'am. Appreciate that. We're trying to try everything here.
Well,
Pass this truck.
another thing that they say works is porcupine piss. You know what the big problem is? How'd you catch that porcupine? How do you go about extracting piss from that
Trying
porcupine?
to piss up a porcupine. A porcupus. You saw a porcupus yesterday.
I did. I had to go around him. He was looking very ferocious. He was ruffling up his quills, ready to shoot them at will. Daggers into my throat. Kill me.
It's a little ninja.
We're going to go to a hidden spot that nobody knows about in the whole wide world. Nobody's ever been there before. I'm going to bet you 2 things. 1, we're going to find a beer can. And 2, there'll be a tree stand. That's all I'm saying.
I'm going to say it's a 50-50 shot, whether it's a Bud Light or a Busch Light. 50-50.
Why you got to pick on the Busch Light?
I said Bud Light too.
Butt Light. I like that. Butt Light. All right, we're going. We're a little bit happier. Well, at least a little bit more enthusiastic.
The sun's shining, so
Yeah, it does change things.
the sun feels warm on our tummies. There we
Trust us. If we see anything, you'll be the first to know. Anything else you want to talk about? I just got done editing our next episode that's coming out. It'll probably be a twofer. It'll probably be a 2-part series
That
on
sounds
Sunday.
dirty.
And but you were saying some really negative things and getting politically motivated. And
Me?
I'm like, you, you. And I was like, man, I really should run with it because, there are these videos that are out there of guys that are sitting there ranting and raving about politics and people just love them. And here we are, we're just ranting and raving about not seeing anything in the woods and having a good time. And we got like 200 followers. 200? I'm not complaining. Hey, I love every 200 and some odd followers that we have. Love y'all. But boy, Can you imagine if we got monetized and we like had like thousands of views, and all we would be able to do is just go hunting and fishing, loving every day, and videotaping it and putting it up.
You know, wouldn't it be? I don't know.
They'd call us influencers.
Don't you think it'd be stressful?
Having the pressure?
Have to do all the.
Probably.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
We're just doing it for fun. Yeah,
Loving every minute of it.
Nothing for it.
All right, yeah, nothing for it. We're working for free. All right, we're scouting for deer. We'll be back. We'll let you know what we see. Not seeing any deer. What?
There's always traffic.
Yeah.
You people aren't people underneath some sort of stay-at-home order?
So they say, go as far back as you can go till you can't go any further and hunt there. But then you run into other hunters. All right, here we are. Another new spot, just like Nomads. We're gonna walk a 2-track back where we used to hunt, probably, I don't know, 6 years ago, 5 years ago, 4, somewhere in there.
Something like that.
By old Jerry Bear stand. We'll see.
Pine trees where it goes down.
Yeah.
There was a guy. He did a thing over there.
Yeah. So here we go. This is about as old school as it gets. Sitting on the ground up against a tree. Watching down into a swell. We'll see what happens. Well, I guess that's gonna be it, gang. There's the old gray bear shuffling around in the weeds. And we've all but lost daylight, so sorry to give you another boring end to Nomad Outdoors. Hunting escapades, but we're trying. Obviously we're doing something wrong. So by all means, tell us how to do it right. The unique thing is, if somebody would actually be able to tell us something we ain't heard before. Anything?
Not a thing. I can see pretty far. Down that way and down that way. And
Don't we look handsome?
there we
Well, at least our fans got that going for them. They get to watch us.
go. It's true. Sometimes
getting-
I forget about that. I'm so used to seeing my handsomeness in the mirror every morning, and I forget we share it with other people. And gratitude's been overwhelming. We appreciate it.
Bye.
Bye. Hello, smack you on.
Yeah, we're gonna turn the fan off here,
Fingers.
because all I hear is a fan blowing. All right, old school in it. Camera's doing what it wants, just moves everywhere, does whatever the heck it wants to do.
You're gonna have to fuzz out that address on that mailbox.
Well, people know where we live in.
Yeah, right.
So we will do we keep a little daily log of weather conditions, moon times, where we hunt, and if we see anything. That's a little snippet of information for you all out there.
I left my daily log at your house earlier.
He left a daily log there.
Daily log there? Funny. It was just a snippet though.
Oh, I gotta. Do you think this thing? I don't know what this thing wants to do.
There we go.
I want backlight on. I don't know. It's doing what it wants. It's okay. So I'll make my notes. I'll tell you how I make my notes in my little log book. And I just whip it out here, just like this.
Cloudy.
Yeah. And I will put in here today's date, which is
Sometime in December.
December 6th.
It's not Pearl Harbor Day yet. I remember
It is
that.
30 degrees. Well, I gotta write the time down for us former military people.
It's not really tree fitting, but
1511. That's 30 degrees.
yeah, maybe it is.
Partly sunny.
What?
Part sun, yeah, just a little bit. And the winds out of the northwest at 3.
Yeah,
Very
it's not
calm.
bad.
North wind at 3. And then the last thing that we're going to log here. Oh, my phone's locking up on me. We're going to log our moon times. Because moon times are kind of important, believe it or not. We've had this discussion before. We talked about this before, friends. So our moon transit time is 0530. That's a moon transit. And I'll tell you, we already know what that means. And it is at 62%. Just something to keep track of when you're hunting.
I was just reading today that some guy said he went out to his tree stand at 3:30 in the morning.
That's illegal.
I think you can go out there, you just can't shoot anything.
Nope. Trying to understand that stupid guidebook and read through it. It's not like it makes any sense. It's like, read this here and that there and this here and that there, and they're pages apart and...
Oh, look at this.
Ridiculous.
The road crew.
Deer are like...
Did I say that right?
Deer are like Santa Claus to us. They're a mystery. Does he really exist? Is he really there?
They were there in October.
Yeah, they were there in October. You know, it's a good thing about the Nomad Outdoors TV show is that it gives us a reference to be able to go back and go, okay, what was going on here, there, and the other thing. And what we were finding out is that a month ago, in comparison to right about now, we were seeing deer movement. Now, that coincides with the 28-day moon cycle that the moon goes through. Yeah, that correlates to that sun 28-day cycle that, you know, women... Anyways, the moon. So that's what it is. You know, but a lot of people are saying the deer went nocturnal. We've argued and whined about this before how many times. We do a lot of whining on this show. But I'm telling you what, DNR, Department of Natural Resources, okay? You have so many hunts before you get to opening day of gun season. The deer are already freaked out. They've had so many people in the woods.
I'm freaked out.
I was reviewing our tabletop. In our tabletop, we were talking about 12 people being in and out of our area hunting. Well, that's because it's legal to hunt with a crossbow during the bow season, and what a lot of gun hunters are doing, because there's too many gun hunters in the woods when they're hunting, so they get themselves a crossbow, and now they're back feeding from near the end of October into November with gun hunters with crossbows being in the woods, because there's less people in the woods for them, but now it's creating more people in the woods for us bow hunters. So here we are back in the muzzleloader season, and we're playing the same game, but there's not a lot of deer movement. And I've been doing too much yapping, so I'm going hunting. Bye. Say bye.
Bye.
The fun and beauties of state land. Now mind you, there's a parking lot, like right here. And that flag is in the tree, like right down there. I mean, why would you mark it? Doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know. I mean, there's literally a parking spot right where that flag is. You can't remember from time to time. Let's police ourselves, people. Jiminy crickets. I think this land is cursed. Just listen. It's been like that all night. No birds, no squirrels, no chipmunks, no nothing. There's 2 oak leaves that flutter back and forth every now and then. That's it. I've never been in a section of woods that's so quiet.